Hi, my name is Hernan Lopez. I'm here to present to you my research paper, How CRM Changes the Workplace and Improves the Performance of Organizations. So, I'm going to divide my paper in several parts. First, I'm going to start with an introduction. Then, I'm going to explain to you what CRM systems do and don't do, and a little bit of a SWOT analysis. Then, I'm gonna explain also what you can do to implement a CRM effectively. Then I'm gonna give an industry analysis about CRM providers. I'm also gonna explain what's the career impact that it can have on my life and on someone's career. And also I'm gonna explain the impact that it has had and that it will have in the workplace, and then I'm gonna end with that conclusion. Well, first I'm gonna start with the introduction. Well, CRM, which means customer relationship management, it's a new practice in the business world. Well, it is relatively new. It has been around for a couple of years now. It is used by businesses to create strategies and to manage customer interactions and to gather data to improve customer experience and to increase performance of sales teams. Its ultimate purpose is to achieve customer acquisition and retention. So, in order to do CRM, businesses use CRM systems, which are provided by companies like Salesforce. And there's a big industry for this. The industry of CRM systems has been growing exponentially over the last years, and well, there's many factors that CRM improves the organizations, and that is why I'm presenting this, because I see it as a trend that is gonna change the way people do business. Well, CRM systems help you improve the data you have. They help you act on the data you have. They help you manage sales activities. They help you grow sales, and they also help you achieve more informed decisions when you're making business decisions. But there is also some misconceptions about what CRMs do. So I also want to explain what they don't do and people think they do. CRM systems can't really manage revenue. They cannot increase customer satisfaction. They cannot manage market share, and they cannot increase customer retention or help you hit your number. So all these aspects that can be done and not be done by a CRM system will be explained later in my presentation. In the next section, which is what CRM systems do. So what do CRM systems do? They help you improve data you have. So by most businesses, they have data coming in, and there is really many ways to manage this data and clean this data, and CRM systems help you have a central place to have your data, and mostly for sales teams, but you can also use them for other stuff like human resources or stuff like that. And they help you store the data in one place, and they help you use the data by all the people in your organization, and it gets updated as soon as those people are using the data. So you have a central system with constant updates from everyone in the organization, which is a big help for data management. They also help you act on your data. It will give you insights or on customers, and well, you're gonna see which customers have been neglected and which customers are better for targeting because they are a better fit for your organization. And you will basically be missing less on the opportunities that you have on your customers. Also, they help you manage your sales activities through the system. The managers can see what each member in the sales team is doing and how are these members acting on customer relations, improving the management process, and all the sales operations. You can see them in one place and improve them where they have to be improved. They help you grow sales too, because depending on the use that you give to the system, sales will be increased or maybe not. But if you use them for the right things, you're gonna improve the sales. Because if the system is used to track your sales team and increase prospect calls within a certain place, you're gonna see which places need more attention, which places have more potential customers with the data that you receive, and you'll be able to increase sales. But if you use it for something like human resources, you won't increase sales. So it depends on what you use it for, but mostly they will help you grow sales. It also helps you to make more informed decision making. So as it is normally with data, if you gather data and you analyze the data, you will have more information to make your decisions. And this is basically what a CRM system do. It will help you have more information when you make business decisions, mostly for sales teams, but for everything, you will have more information to make your decision, and it will probably be a better decision. But also I want to talk about what CRM systems cannot do that people think they can do, because there's many misconceptions in the business world that people think that CRM systems are magic, and they're not magic. They are a tool that you can use. It's a powerful tool, but it's not a given. It's not a guarantee that your business is going to thrive because you're using a CRM system. So they cannot manage revenue. CRM systems manage activities that bring revenue, but they don't manage revenue itself. So focus should be on the activities that will bring you revenue within the organization, and that way you're gonna be able to manage the activities, but you're never gonna manage how much revenue you're getting because of all the revenue streams that you have. And you can manage some of the activities that you are getting revenue, but not all of them. It will not help you increase customer satisfaction. It will help you track it, but not increase it. To increase customer satisfaction, you have to see within your organization which factors affected. You have to see product development. You have to see customer service. So you have to see all these factors that come into customer satisfaction, and it's not only the CRM. So the CRM will help you with some of the aspects, but not all of them, because product development doesn't come to CRM. It also won't help you manage market share. The activities you do on the system may lead to increased market share, but really the system itself won't help you manage market share. It won't help you either to increase customer retention, because while you can manage several activities that will influence customer retention, you can't directly manage all the factors that come into place to get customer retention, and it will definitely not help you hit your number. When I say hit your number, I mean it won't help you get your sales target, because a business's goal can be reached by combining many departments and factors that will lead to achieving the sales projected, but the CRM is not a guarantee that this number will be reached. I mean, it is just a system that will help you manage the activities that affect whether the goal will be achieved or not, but it won't guarantee that you hit your number because of the external factors, which can be macroeconomical or microeconomical. It can be macro factors that are external to the company, or it can be internal factors that may come to the product itself. If your product's not good, even if you have the best CRM system, it won't help you hit your number. So it is clear that there are many factors that affect a business, and a CRM is a powerful tool that manages some of these factors, but having it does not guarantee results because these results also depend on other aspects of the business and some factors outside the business. Now I'm going to talk about the SWOT analysis that I made on CRM systems. Well, first, I'm going to talk about the strengths. The strengths of CRM are that you can find more profitable customers, you can make customer profiling, which means you can identify customers with the data that you gather and make better interactions with them, and you can increase sales efficiency by keeping a record of what sales teams does. You can improve on the aspects that are not being done in the best way, so you can increase efficiency. The strengths of CRM are mostly customer centered because they provide they provide you of who the customer is and how the customer behaves. It is a strength to know your customer because by knowing your customers, you have the information necessary to target them in the best ways possible, and this will lead to an advantage over competitors. Now, the weaknesses. Well, sometimes with CRMs, you get too much information and there is too much unnecessary information. And it can become a problem when you have too much information because it may hinder decision making. You may have some factors that you don't need in the decision making that will make you emotional. So you have to prevent this information gathering, basically to not have too much information that you need. You have to target the things that you need inside the CRM system. There is also a lot of implementation costs and process because the process of implementation is a little bit complicated. I'm going to talk about it in the next section of my presentation. But like any other technology, CRM has costs to implement it, and it takes time for the members of organization to get accustomed to the system, thus affecting the performance negatively at the beginning. So you have to adapt your team to the CRM. And it is important to acknowledge that the weaknesses of CRM are hard to find because it is a powerful tool that helps businesses. So it is mainly positive, but it has its downside like anything. And it does have some weaknesses, but they are not as relevant as the strengths. It is important to know them though, because this way organizations can avoid making mistakes when implementing or using CRM systems. I'm also going to talk about the opportunities in the SWOT analysis. So customer satisfaction is an opportunity because analyzing data collected by CRM makes it possible for an organization to predict future needs. So you can predict the behavior of the customer, and then you can increase the chances of fulfilling the customer's needs and satisfying them. You can also improve customer relations, and you can even achieve process automatization. With data inputs, it is possible for CRM systems to create algorithms that automate processes inside the organization. So there are endless possibilities of what you can do with knowledge, and CRM provides knowledge. It is up to the organization to decide how to use this knowledge to gain a competitive advantage. There's also threats to a CRM. These threats may be really whatever technology you use have these threats. It decreases personal interaction. So CRM uses technology for interactions, therefore it can affect face-to-face interactions and can decrease the feeling of belonging in for customers. So when a machine is interacting with you, you don't feel as that personal relation with the company as when you have a salesperson interacting with you. There can be also over automation because relying too much on technology can make customers see that they are interacting with a machine and lose the feeling of personal relationship. And sometimes CRMs may be so effective that they can increase customers' expectations, and CRMs may be so good that they give promotions and gifts to customers that their expectations will rise so much to a level that is not possible to satisfy them in the future. So they will expect so much of you that you cannot meet those expectations. And the threats of CRM are similar to each other, but also similar to other technologies. And as long as enough due diligence and careful implementation are taken into account, these threats should be minimized. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about the implementation of CRMs. The SWOT analysis brings into perspective the possibilities of the previously mentioned conceptions and misconceptions of CRM systems. But what exactly can you expect to change in the workplace when you implement a CRM system? Well, you're going to change a lot, and implementation takes a long process. I'm running out of time here, so I'm going to talk about the technology acceptance model, which explains how usefulness of a technology and how it is to use will play major factors on its acceptance. And from these two factors will branch the attitude towards using the technology and how it is intended to be used by users to finally show actual use. So there is many factors to CRMs, and the technology acceptance model may not be the perfect implementation model for this, but I think if your organization has how do you call it? Well, I divided it in four terms, in four factors. So the organizational learning capabilities, like team orientation, systems orientation, learning implementation, learning orientation, and memory orientation, will be major factors to your implementation. So the learning capabilities of the organization are a main factor. The second factor in implementation would be the business orientation process. So in order to be successful, the organization should be able to analyze their business processes and also have the capability of modifying these processes to implement the system. And the third factor, I would say, is customer-centric orientation. The implementation of CRM systems means, like, I don't know how to explain it. Customer-centric orientation will be the focus of studying external factors of the market, like customers, in order to improve business processes. So you have to really see the customer. And the task technology fit, it's the fourth factor. I think it's the most important one, because you may have some CRM systems that do not adapt to the task that you want to be achieving with the CRM. So it is basically matching the task with the technology you're implementing. That's basically a brief explanation of the implementation, because I'm running out of time. I'm going to skip the industry analysis. I'm just going to say I included it in the paper because it is important to say that the annual growth of this industry is 13% a year, which is super high for any industry. And it means it is becoming more and more important for businesses to have CRMs. It will impact my career because I'm planning to become an entrepreneur, and CRM systems can help me be a better businessman. They can help me achieve my goals by knowing my customer and using them in my future endeavors. And I think these will affect me short term and long term, because I'm gonna be working here in companies that use CRM systems for almost everything, not only for sales but for human resources, for performance reviews and all that stuff. So I think it's really important to know CRM systems in the workplace. And there is an impact in the workplace, which is my last point in the presentation, that CRM systems impact the workplace because they provide tools and resources to improve processes and centralizing databases inside the organization. So they help you create value and therefore increase financial gains for the companies and organizations. I want to conclude just with a brief summary of my presentation. The use of CRM systems is a trend that has become really important and really relevant in the last years, and these systems are provided by huge companies that are making huge profits, like Salesforce and Oracle. But there's also competition being increased by open source systems that can be free. The industry for CRM providers is growing at an exponential rate. suggesting increased use by organizations and therefore increased impact inside organizations in the work environment. There is also increased competition within the industry that may lead to reduction of prices and increased demand in small and medium organizations, which will make a bigger impact on the business world. There are many benefits to CRM systems that range from strategy creation to automatization of processes that can lead to increased efficiency and sometimes effectiveness in the workplace. And due to my entrepreneurial aspirations and short-term employment goals, CRM systems can affect my career in major ways, and thus I should learn everything I can about them. And as there are many benefits to these systems, there is also some risks to take into account, and there are many factors that should be considered when trying to implement the CRM system. In the future, I think CRM systems may even replace managers because they perform automatically some managerial activities like performance reviews, and based on data inputs and machine learning, they can even promote people who are doing a better job. So CRMs are an important phenomenon in this era, and the organizations that use it have an advantage over the ones that don't. I want to end my presentation with that. Thank you very much.